Hello everyone, let's talk about the structure of the earth. Specifically, we'll talk on the earth's crust, the mantle, the core, and their respective characteristics. So this is the main subtopic which we are going to discuss today. The specific objectives which we have, the first one is that introduction. We'll see about the meaning of physical physical geography, the meaning of how it relates to the structure of the earth, identifying the concentric zones of the earth, which are simply mentioned on the title above. And the other one is the characteristics of the earth's crust, the mantle, and the core. Now let's start about the introduction. Physical geography can be defined as the study of the structure of the earth and the forces which affect it. So this means that when we deal about physical geography, because now we've started to see before that what is geography, the study of the earth. So the structure of the earth simply is studying it in this physical geography. So it is simply the study of the structure of the earth and the forces which affect the earth. Which forces which affect the earth? There are two kinds of forces which are affecting our earth. The first one is internal forces, and the second one is external forces. The internal forces are forces which act within or beneath the earth's crust. So we see these forces which affect the earth within the earth's crust. These forces are the ones which lead to various earth reactions, example earthquakes and something like that. So also even volcanic eruption are caused by these internal forces in the earth's crust. The second one is the external forces. The external forces are forces which affect the inside the earth's surface and result into various geomorphologic processes such as mass wasting and weathering. So these external forces they affect the inside Earth's surface, that surface which living things, I mean generally biosphere lives. So these processes are the ones which affect the geomorphic features, and they are the cause of these processes such as mass wasting. Mass wasting are those processes that lead to like example maybe landslide. These are all processes that occur on the Earth's surface. And the weathering also. Weathering, this is the process that involve the eroding of the Earth's material. So these all are processes that are caused by the Earth's external forces. So the Earth is composed of inner and outer zones. The outer layer of this is comprises of the atmosphere, biosphere, and the hydrosphere. Biosphere is mainly the living things. Atmosphere, this is the air, and the hydrosphere, these are the water bodies. So the outer layer of this is comprised of these three things, and the inner layer consists of crust, mantle, and the core. So these are the which we are going to discuss today. So as you can see in the diagram below, that this show the concentric zones of the earth. You can see that there is the upper surface displayed, that there is the atmosphere showing those layers of the atmosphere, but there is also the inner layer of the earth's surface which shows the crust, that is the first part from the outer, and there is upper mantle and the lower mantle, then there is outer core and the inner core. So specifically there is crust, mantle, and the core as the inner parts, and the outer parts there is biosphere, hydrosphere, and the atmosphere. Atmosphere, those are the layers, example troposphere, stratosphere, methosphere, thermosphere, and the exosphere. Hydrosphere, those are the water bodies. As you can see, there's a display right there of some kind of a water body, maybe a lake. And the biosphere may contain like plants that can be shown on the land surface. So we'll start shortly with the first one. These the three concentric zones of the Earth, these which you talk about the inner zones. The Earth is composed of the three internal concentric layers of increasing densities. So these layers are the crust, mantle, and the core. So we'll begin short with the crust. The crust, this is the outermost part of the Earth. It consists of silica and aluminium. So it's shortly known as SIA. So when you see the term SIA, it means that it's been shortened from silica and the aluminium. It forms the upper layer of the continent, and it mostly composed of granite rocks. So the granite rocks are the ones which are found on the crust, and the crust can be dung, and this is the layer where we can build our settlements. The layer below here is called the sima. So sima is made, this layer is shortly from silica and the manganese. These are the ones which make sima. So these are the main two layers in the crust, the sia and the sima. The layer of basaltic rocks which are denser and underlies the continental block to form the ocean floor. So the sima is the one which makes the ocean floor, and the sia is the one which makes the outer floor, that is the land, silica and aluminium. So thank you for this video. We're going to keep up to here. In the next video we'll continue with the other concentric zones of the Earth. So stay tuned.